Hello class, this is my video interview for Unit 1, the interview. So the question that was asked was compare the different types of interview styles that were discussed in the textbook. There are 4 types of interview styles that were discussed in the textbook, which are phone interview, one-on-one interview, group interview, and panel interview. First, the phone interview. It can be used as a preliminary interview to be screened by an employer before being asked to come back for a second interview, which would usually be a face-to-face interview. Also, sometimes these types of interviews occur because the position you are applying for is not local, and so for the employer to make it a little easy to schedule an interview, they will do a phone interview. Now, what's important about these type of interviews that you shouldn't take them very lightly and take them very serious, that it's not a casual discussion. So remember that there are other candidates and the employer will, consider your tone of voice and how you're taking, if you're taking it serious through this interview process. Second interview type is the one-on-one interview, which is most commonly used where you have a sit-down face-to-face with more than likely your supervisor. And in this type of interview, you would have an open discussion with the employer, where the employer will ask you questions that have to do with the job description that you are applying to. Third type of interview style is a group interview, which can be very intimidating, where you are going to be in a room usually with 6 to 8 other candidates, and you'll have 3 to 6 supervisors asking each one of you questions. And after the supervisors ask you the same question to each individual, they'll rate you on your answer, depending on your answers. So in this type of interview, you should not repeat what one of the other candidates has said. So if you hear a candidate say something, they should not repeat that. The reason for that is the employer is looking for someone that's independent in their thinking and shows confidence. So in other words, you kind of think outside the box, don't follow everybody else. So you as the interviewer, have to stand out amongst this group of individuals or candidates that are being interviewed. So now the final one, the fourth one, is a panel interview, which again can be very intimidating, where you as a candidate will be in a room with anywhere from 3 to 5 supervisors in the room that will be asking you specific questions pertaining to the job description again, and just asking a little bit about you, just so that they can see if you would mesh with the position and with the other workers and be part of the team. So in this situation, the supervisors will probably ask you questions, and they will all rate you depending on your questions. So it's very important when you do reply to any questions that are asked to you, that you make eye contact with the supervisor that's looking at you, but then at the same time, after beginning the conversation, that you include, by looking at all the other supervisors, into your conversation. And that's it. Thank you.